Hello children, in the previous chapter we have studied some basic concepts of vectors. We will now use vector algebra to three-dimensional geometry. In this video we shall study the direction cosines and direction ratios of a line joining 2 points. From chapter 10 vector algebra, let's recall what is a directed line, direction cosines and direction ratios. A directed line segment has magnitude as well as direction. In the three-dimensional right-handed rectangular coordinate system, consider a point P in a space having the coordinates x, y, z with respect to the origin 0, 0, 0. The vector OP having O and P as its initial and terminal points respectively, which is called the position vector of the point P with respect to O. So OP, which is equal to R. The position vectors of point A, B, C, etc. with respect to the origin denoted by A, B, C, etc. If a directed line passing through the origin makes angles alpha, beta and gamma with x, y and z axis respectively, which are called the direction angles. So direction angles are a directed line which passes through the origin makes angles alpha with x axis and angle beta with y axis and angle gamma with z axis, which are called the direction angles. Then cosine of these angles, namely cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, which are called the direction cosines. We call it as DC of the directed line L. If we reverse the direction of L, then the direction angles are replaced by the supplements like pi minus alpha, pi minus beta and pi minus gamma. Thus the sign of the direction cosines are reversed. Note that a given line in space can be extended in two opposite directions and so it has two set of direction cosines. So these unique direction cosines are denoted by L, M and N. Now we will see what is a direction ratios. Any three numbers which are proportional to the direction cosines of a line, which are called the direction ratios of the line. We call it as DRs or direction numbers. If L, M, N are direction cosines of a line and ABC are direction ratios of a line, then A equal to lambda L, B equal to lambda M and C equal to lambda N for any non-zero lambda that belongs to R. So direction ratios are three numbers A, B, C which are proportional to the DC of a line. So A is lambda L, B is lambda M and C is lambda N, where L, M, N are the direction cosines of a line. Let ABC be the direction ratios of a line and let LMN be the direction cosines of the line. Then L by A, which is equal to M by B, which is equal to N by C, which is equal to K, some constant. So L equal to AK, M equal to BK and N equal to CK. Then L square plus M square plus N square, which is equal to 1. So K square into A square plus B square plus C square, which is equal to 1. So K equal to plus or minus 1 by root of A square plus B square plus C square. So DCs of the line, we get L equal to plus or minus A by root of A square plus B square plus C square. M equal to plus or minus B by root of A square plus B square plus C square. And N equal to plus or minus C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. depending on the desired sign of K, either a positive or a negative sign is to be taken for L, M and N. Any two sets of direction ratios of a line are also proportional. For any line, there are infinitely many set of direction ratios. Relation between the direction cosines of a line. Consider a line RS with direction cosines L, M, N. Through the origin, draw a line parallel to the given line and take a point P, X, Y, Z on this line. From P, draw a perpendicular PA on the x-axis. Let OP equal to R cos alpha equal to, here OPA. So we have drawn a perpendicular from P to A. So cos alpha equal to OA by OP, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So OA by OP. OA is, this is along x-axis. So OA is X and OP is R. This gives that cos alpha is L, X equal to LR. So similarly Y equal to MR and Z equal to NR. So X square plus Y square plus Z square, which is equal to L square R square, L square plus M square plus N square. So X square plus Y square plus Z square equal to R square. Hence, L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. So next one is direction cosines of a line passing through 2 points. Since one and only one line which passes through 2 given points, we can determine the direction cosines of a line passing through the given points P, which is x1, y1, z1, and q is x2, y2, z2. Let L, M, N be the direction cosines of the line and let it make angles alpha, beta and gamma with the x, y and z axis respectively. Draw perpendiculars from P and Q to xy plane to meet R and S. Draw a perpendicular from P to QS. So to meet at N. So draw a perpendicular PN to a line S. Now in a right angle triangle PNQ, angle PQN, which is equal to gamma. Therefore, cos gamma, which is equal to NQ by PQ. So adjacent by hypotenuse, which is Q's points are x2, y2 and z2 and P is x1, y1 and z1. So NQ is z2 minus z1 whole by PQ, and cos alpha is x2 minus x1 by PQ, and cos beta is y2 minus y1 by PQ. Hence, the direction cosines of the line segment joining the 2 points P and Q, which is x2 minus x1 by PQ, which is equal to y2 minus y1 by PQ, which is equal to z2 minus z1 by PQ, where PQ is, using the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. The direction ratios of the line segment joining P and Q 2 points, which can be taken as x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x2, y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2, Z2 minus Z1 or Z1 minus Z2. So we have learned DC, DRs and the relationship between the direction cosines of a line and direction cosines of a line which is passing through 2 points. Let's do exercise 11.1. First question, if a line makes angles 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree with the x, y and z axis respectively, find its direction cosines. So direction cosines, we are writing cos alpha as L, cos beta as M and cos gamma as N. So angle alpha is 90 degree. So L equal to cos alpha, which is cos 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0. M is cos beta. Beta is 135. So cos 135 degree. We can write this as cos 180 minus 45. So we get 180 minus 45 is 135. So cos 180 minus theta, which is minus cos 45. So cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So it is minus 1 by root 2. Then n is cos gamma. Gamma is 45 degree. So cos 45 degree is 1 by root 2. So DCs of the given line are 0, comma, minus 1 by root 2, comma, 1 by root 2. Second question, find the direction cosines of a line which makes equal angles with the coordinate axis. So it's an important question asked in CBSE 2008, 9 and 11. So we have to find the direction cosines in which all the angles are equal. It's given that alpha equal to beta equal to gamma. That is cos alpha equal to cos beta equal to cos gamma. So DCs are represented by cos alpha is L, cos beta is M and cos gamma is N. We know that L square plus M square plus N square, which is equal to 1. It's given that a line makes equal angles with the coordinate axis L equal to M equal to N. We can write this as L square plus L square plus L square, which is equal to 1. So we have 3L square equal to 1. So L equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. So we have L equal to M equal to N, which is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. So DCs of the line are plus or minus 1 by root 3, comma plus or minus 1 by root 3, plus or minus 1 by root 3. Third question, if a line has the direction ratios minus 18, 12, minus 4, then what are its DC? So we have to find direction cosines in which direction ratios A, B, C are given. A is minus 18 and B is 12 and C is minus 4, in which A, B, C are the direction ratios of the given line. So root of A square plus B square plus C square, which is equal to minus of 18 square plus 12 square plus minus 4 whole square, which is 324 plus 144 plus 16, which is equal to root 484, which is 22. Now we have to find the direction cosines, where L is A by root of A square plus B square plus C square, M is B by root of A square plus B square plus C square, and N is C by root of A square plus B square plus C square. So A is minus 18, B is 12 and C is minus 4. So root of A square plus B square plus C square is 22. So DCs are L is minus 18 by 22. So cancelling this we get minus 9 by 11. M is 12 by 22. So we get 6 by 11. And N is minus 4 by 22, which is minus 2 by 11. Then DCs are minus 9 by 11, 6 by 11 and minus 2 by 11. Fourth question, show that the points, 3 points are given. We have to show that these 3 points are collinear. Let the given points be A, 2, 3, 4, B is -1, -2, 1 and C is 5, 8, 7. So using the formula direction cosines of a line joining the 2 points. So direction ratios of line joining 2 points, which is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So direction ratios of the line segment joining 2 points like AB. So drs of AB are x2 minus x1. So -1, -2 and then y2 minus y1, which is -2, -3 and z2 minus z1, which is 1 minus 4. So we get -3, -5 and -3. Now we have to find direction ratios of BC. So using these same formula, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So 5 minus of -1. So 5 plus 1, 8 minus of -2. So 8 plus 2, 7 minus 1. So direction ratios of BC are 6, 10, 6. Direction ratios of AB and BC are proportional. -3 by 6, which is equal to -5 by 10, which is -3 by 6, which is cancelling this, we get minus of half. Hence we can say that the 3 points are collinear. As AB is parallel to BC, B is common to both. Hence it is collinear. Fifth question. Find the direction cosines of the sides of the triangle whose vertices are 3, 5, -4, -1, 1, 2 and -5, -5, -2. Let P 3, 5, -4, Q -1, 1, 2 and R -5, -5, -2 be the vertices of triangle PQR. So drs of PQ, we have to find drs of PQ, drs of QR and drs of RP. So drs of PQ, which is using x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So -1 minus 3, 1 minus 5 and 2 minus of -4, 2 plus 4. So drs of PQ are -4, -4 and 6. Now let's find drs of QR, which is -5 minus of -1, which is +1. So -5 plus 1, -5 minus 1 and -2 minus 2. So we get -4, -6 and -4. Then drs of RP. So 3 minus of -5, 3 plus 5. Then 5 minus of -5, 5 plus 5. -4 minus of -2, -4 and +2. So we get 8, 10 and -2. So to find the DCs of a line joining 2 points, we have x2 minus x1 by PQ, which is equal to y2 minus y1 by PQ, which is equal to z2 minus z1 by PQ, where PQ is root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So we found direction ratios of PQ, QR and RP. So DCs of PQ are, so first we'll find PQ, which is equal to root of something. So drs of PQ are, we get -4, -4 and 6. So square root of this, which is -4 whole square plus -4 whole square plus 6 square, which is equal to 16 plus 16 plus 36, which is equal to root 68. So PQ is root of 68. So DCs of PQ are minus 4 by root 68, minus 4 by root 68, 6 by root 68. Now we have to find DC of QR. So we got DRs of QR, which is minus 4, minus 6 and minus 4. So PQ is square root of this. So minus 4 whole square plus minus 6 whole square plus minus 4 whole square, which is 16 plus 36 plus 16, which is equal to root 68. So PQ is root 68. So DCs of QR are minus 4 by root 68, minus 6 by root 68, minus 4 by root 68. Now we have to find DCs of RP. So DRs of RP are 8, 10, minus 2. So PQ is square root of 8 square plus 10 square plus minus 2 whole square, which is 64 plus 100 plus 4. So we get root of 168. Now we have to find DCs of R, which are 8 by root of 168. So after prime factorizing this, we get 2 into root of 42. So DCs of RP are 8 by 2 into root 42, 10 by 2 root 42, minus 2 by 2 root 42. So cancelling this, we get 4 by root 42, 5 by root 42, minus 1 by root 42. Thank you, children.